Just FYI, every board meeting starts with, let us separate business from family.
I always say this.
Yeah.
Then we end up fighting.
Welcome to Nourish by Spinneys, where we promise to inspire you to eat well and live well. I'm Devina. We're currently on a summer break, but we'll be back with new episodes in September. In the meantime, here's one of my favorite episodes from this season, where we sat down with Chef Eva Halasa and her daughters, Emilie and Lilian Rihani, who came together after COVID to launch 3 by Halasa and Masterclass by 3. It was also the first episode we did where we had 3 guests on at the same time, and it was one of the funniest episodes we had this year. Okay, so this is a really different episode than what we have done before, because this is the first time that we've got 3 guests in the studio. Never done this before, so let's see how this goes.
I feel you're nervous?
I'm not nervous. Should I be? What's going to happen in the next half an hour?
It's 3 very opinionated, very vocal women, so maybe.
Right. So obviously, you've been, Eva, in this business for a long time. But I'd love to know, since, we're talking about 3 by Eva and everything it is that you guys are doing together, which we're going to talk about in a bit. Can you tell me how 3 by Eva actually came to be? Like, what was the catalyst? What was the impetus behind it?
It's safe to say it was never in the books.
Okay.
Yeah, it was never part of the plan to open 3 or even a restaurant that includes all 3 of us. Like Emily mentioned in the beginning, 3 very feisty, strong women together. We live together and now work together. It's a recipe
for disaster.
I was trying to sugarcoat it. I was in advertising. I was never planning to leave. Mom was doing her own thing with her restaurant that she had. Emily was living in Sydney at the time. And to be honest, COVID brought us back. She had to come back from Sydney after 4 years.
But before that.
What happened before that?
So in COVID, sorry, but I have to say that part. In COVID, everybody was out of a job and nobody could work or go around. So I was super bored at home. She was super bored at home. Mom was fighting for her business, which I really respect. One thing led to another. We're Zooming. We're like, you know what? We're so bored. Let's conceptualize. If we had a place, literally out of the blue, what would we call it? What would the logo be? What would the color palette be? What would the menu be? What would the aesthetics be like, etc., etc.? And before I even decided to move back, we had this whole concept created.
Me, I did not know. And I was struggling in my own restaurant because I want to keep the staff. I don't want to close the restaurant. Or I don't know from where I got this power. I was really, really strong enough to keep everything going. I went back to frozen, went back to sell ma'amol, and I kept all the staff. And when I come at night, I come to Lilian preparing my meal. I was, just craving to go back and eat something, but with God will, I did really well during Corona.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, it was never in the books, right? And that concept on paper was just for fun. We never took it seriously.
Right.
It was there, but just to show the power of, I want to say, manifestation that way.
And the power of boredom, actually. It really gets you, I swear. It really gets you to get creative again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Emily came back after COVID.
Forcefully.
And I'm going to say she brought Mikey with her. I don't know if you want to introduce Mikey and talk about Mikey.
So it's actually not the 3 of us. It's the 3 of us plus Mikey. So Mikey is my... So coming back from Australia after COVID, I came back with no clothes, no nothing but my sourdough starter, which I started there. And sourdough is really, we say, the blessing and the base of our business, because we believe that out of simple things great things can come out. So sourdough is my starter, which is made from flour and water and bacteria. And funnily enough, coming back.
So Mikey entered our lives, was just exploding all over the furniture for some reason.
Sure.
He wasn't
and some of
thriving
your
in the
jewelry.
kitchen. Yeah. And then I was going to the office. Mom was going to her restaurant. Emily was home, and she started baking for about a year. She was just doing sourdough bread in the house, and we would come home, or we would wake up at 4 a.m. and we would just watch her in the kitchen, constantly baking sourdough bread. And we started giving it away to friends and family.
Right.
And then a year into it, I was suggesting, I'm like, guys, why don't we start selling it from the house? And that's what happened. This is where the networking started to happen, where people would come once a week. They would put in their orders, and they would come and pick up their breads every Thursday and Friday. And from that, I mean, just the story just kept, we kept putting these building blocks on top of each other. We started looking for a place. And we go back to why the three of us, that's just a coincidence, to be honest. It's because of the sourdough. It's because of the three ingredients. We talk about flour, water, and salt. And it really is that pulsing, rhythmic heart of the place that keeps us going. And, just it's a blessing for us that way.
And if you go back for the sourdough, my mom and my grandma, her bread is from sourdough. They don't use the yeast back then. So I was very happy of the idea, taking this nostalgia of my mom and my grandma and bring it to the people with also a piece of cake, a dish from them, and memories. I have it when I was a childhood, a lot of things. And really, with their brains and with their creative minds, everything, wow.
How, and working and living together, like how do you manage that? Like what is it like actually to work with family? And
Oh my God.
You simply don't. You simply don't manage that.
It's survival of the fittest /
Right.
Hunger Games, / But look, I keep saying, as hard as it may get, it is just as rewarding. And at the end of the day, for us, family matters and family comes first. And we mean that. I mean, we say that and we live that. We live by that. And our values they align with each other to the extent where when we do disagree, we never actually disagree when it comes to the goal or where the business is going. We're always aligned on that. It's just a matter of
how you
family
get
business is
there.
a bit
Yeah.
difficult. It's just because of communication, because she's my sister, she's my mom, rather than being formal to ask for something or discuss something, why don't I just shout it out and say, I want this now, and be a spoiled child that way. The lines are so blurred that it took us about a year and a half to work on these boundaries to understand, where to cross and where to sort of why are you giggling?
Just FYI, every board meeting starts with, let us separate business from family.
I always say this.
Yeah.
Then we end up fighting. Then I end up shouting at them.
Let's just
Stop
say
it.
this
No,
phrase
but
never
honestly,
works.
we're working really on our mental health to start. As a mom, sometimes when they talk, I say, what the hell this? Why they are speaking like this?
Yeah.
And you want to defend yourself and your business. And also, sometimes I feel, am I the old-fashioned woman who's standing there and they don't want to listen? Okay, stop it.
Yeah, like, is it because I'm their mom, or is
Yeah.
it because
Yeah.
It's really, really tiring.
It's extremely challenging, but like I said, we're aware. So Emily was just saying, before every meeting, we would consciously say, you know what, guys, let's separate business and family, and focus on what's on the agenda for today. We really had to adjust and adapt. But thankfully, 3 years down the line,
we're still adjusting and adapting. Yeah, FYI.
that's true. That's very true.
Gosh. And with
But
yes.
I will tell you,
Yes. Oh yes.
this is the secret. This is the
Essence.
beauty
Yeah.
and the essence, that we agree and we don't agree.
Yeah.
We fight and we don't fight. We love each other endlessly, and sometimes we hate each other. I think this is what makes this place so special.
It's real.
And what makes the recipes and the things we're doing differently. Every dish, every decision, every marketing, every single thing, has a taste.
Yeah. If I had to ask you all to pick one dish that is currently on the menu that's your favorite, what would you say it is?
Me ورق عنب and kusa.
Okay. Why? Why is
Why?
is
It
that,
has a
special for
memory.
you?
It's
Yeah.
very special for my passed away sister. And I think this dish has a lot of really great memories. So I'm going to teach this in our school. We're doing a cooking school soon. I will teach this in a different way.
For me, the feta brulee always wins. Just that smell of, first of all, it's a savory brulee, which is something that is super uncommon. Second of all, that smell of burnt sugar as it's coming out, nothing beats that.
Okay.
I like to go back to basics. For me, it's a combination, to be honest, of mansaf, knafe, and Turkish coffee right after. It will knock you
Wow.
right
Nice.
out. And it's just the perfect day for,
Yeah.
for your day off to just, have that food coma. But yeah, it's basics for me. It's 101.
You're not obviously stopping at 3. I've seen other things happening on the Instagrams. So I saw something about Keanu's by 3 and then Masterclass edition. So spill. Tell me more.
Lilian.
So the next stop for us is the masterclass edition. So that is I'm gonna say a lens into our home, a lens
Okay.
into our kitchen. It is, in a nutshell, our new cooking school. We are going to start teaching and giving workshops on many different things, whether be it traditional meals,
Yeah.
whether be it sourdough workshops, inviting chefs from all around the world to give their workshops and bring
Okay.
people together that way. Keanu's, well, it's a bit premature to talk about Keanu's, but
Okay.
Keanu's is our, I'm going to say, exclusive pizza club. You're going to have to be a
Ooh.
member to access
How'd you get this membership card? Tell us.
I promise you, will be the first to get an invite. All right. But we're talking about sourdough pizza. We're talking about sourdough sandwiches at a later
Oh,
stage.
nice. Yeah.
And to be honest, I want people after parties to come and join us till 7 a.m. and have their pizzas on the street. I want to be that joint around in the neighborhood around the corner where people just come and enjoy very simple pizza and just a very simple drink. So yeah, these are our next 2 adventures.
So we don't know where that one is yet. Is that correct?
I cannot spill. You're
So
gonna have
you
to-
know.
You're
but
gonna
we
have to
don't know.
look. You're gonna have to look for Keanu's to find him. This is part of the
Oh,
plan.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. So there's a question that we ask all our podcast guests. That's how we normally sign off each episode. So this is going to be interesting because we had such a good conversation. So I'm excited to hear your answers. But yes, what is it that nourishes your soul?
Woo.
Heavy question to end with.
For me, now, my grandchildren.
Oh God.
And how?
Oh no.
Yes.
Hold on.
I thought
Yeah.
you had Mikey.
Can you?
Hold on.
Can we
I
erase
thought we had
that?
Mikey.
Press
We-
the pause button. Cut. There are no grandchildren at the
No,
moment.
there
just
are.
Or
FYI.
coming anytime soon. Yeah.
Mikey's the grandchild. It's all right. It's fine.
No, I'm going to have a grandchildren and I'm going to teach them my recipes and teach them how to love and build a nice family.
They're not going to be skinny.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's what.
and other thing, I'm going to tell you what nourishes me. It's
Something that is existing, Ma, that is alive, that is
Yes.
here
It
in
will
the now.
exist. It's existing
She's
here. I'm
manifesting.
manifesting.
She's so powerful.
She's
with that.
manifesting.
I think customers, when they sit there on the table and I see a big smile, and then they want to talk to me, Eva.
Oh,
Like
bless.
this.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, of course.
For me, I'm gonna say, surprisingly enough, music is one of them. I'm a musician. This is something I rarely talk about these days. FMB took over.
Yeah.
For good reason. And I'm going to say constant creation or constant creating. I love to create. And I think that's what keeps me going. And I think having a purpose with that for me is I'm content. I'm happy that way.
I think that is a shared thing between us that nourishes us, is just really having a purpose. And it doesn't have to be big or small, but it's really just, when you feed people, it's a love language. And I think that is the biggest love language that we all share. And that really nourishes our soul. And just even when, let's say, we create something new and we just watch the dish go to the table and watch
And the feedback.
the first bite that the customer has, and we just can't wait until we go to the, so how is it? What's the feedback? That is something that really, I think just makes our heart pump.